Hello, welcome back to Mr. Arsenal podcast for another Premier League watch along the London derby. I will be joined by a guest tonight. So he's not just got me for one of these neutral watch alongs chatting away talk about Arsenal, because we will be talking about Arsenal. I'm also joined by John, who's just joined me backstage. So here we go. There we go. Oh, he's shaving as well. He'll fresh. You're on mute.
It's all off. It's all off.
It's all off. Oh dear. I mean, as I said, we're mainly here for those Chelsea West Ham match tonight. London derby, why not? Need to watch ours as well, and takes me off fucking Arsenal. But saying that, we've got to talk about Arsenal because Arteta's been fucking Arteta.
Arteta's been he's a professional thugonomics now. He's new John Cena. Quoting numbers and percentages.
Oh dear, he's sniffing something now. He's got to be sniffing something. Jesus Christ! On the other end, you're fucking top of you're now walking away the league now.
Yeah, it's happy days. Happy days.
So you got one hand, you got a heavy Liverpool fan in the title race, and the other hand, you've got an Arsenal fan in the relegation battle. Yeah. 1 point off Burnley, and they've got a game in hand. Yeah.
Yeah, they just won, didn't they? Oh,
yeah, fucking 2-1. And their game in hand against Man City. Oh, great. So they could actually win that as well. Fantastic. But yeah, how have you been keeping over in? I'm assuming still over in Spain.
Yeah, it's all right. I think lockdowns kind of just happened here as well, so it's I think our numbers are kind of high for our population right now. So we're going into the same old crap as well.
Oh, it can't be as bad as it's been dealt with over here. Bloody hell! But every day something new. Literally wasn't even in tier 3 for 24 hours. I was like, no, tier 4.
Yeah, now there's a strain thing going on, isn't there? Like you got a new strain in the UK or something.
Yeah, and a new strain of the virus is hitting. It's spreading faster than the first round. Oh, whatever, great. So it just means that basically, apart from once you've got Christmas out of the way, day before New Year's, you'll be like, oh, by the way, guys, national lockdown for a month too. Happy New Year!
Yeah, so much fun, isn't it?
I'm just like, that's my head of a brick. And what makes it worse, from my perspective, is literally I'm supporting Arsenal, and they're fucking playing it. It makes it even worse. Football's meant to be a relief from all this bollocks. But apparently, if you're an Arsenal fan, oh no, don't be silly. We need to be even shitter. Make your life even more hell.
Yeah, they'll find a step to climb up onto to get to a new level somehow.
Yeah. What's Tom? What's winning night? Because I forgot the feeling. Literally, in England, away from Europe Open League, we haven't won a game in England since we beat Man United on November 1st. We're now on top of Christmas.
Yeah, nearly 2 months. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yay! But hey, Edu doing a great job, isn't he? Coming to Edu, fucking idiot. And then he comes out today with fucking percentages, and Burnley was a 3% chance. How is it a 3% chance at home to Burnley that we're going to win?
That sounds like absolute rubbish. Yeah. Oh.
What was it? 16% chance of beating Everton last season when we beat them 3-2. Like, where's all this come from? Are you literally just begging to be sacked?
Yeah, he's that desperate. He's digging out last year's results and percentages and stuff. Like, what are you on?
I know. It's just like I'm not. It's like everything he says is like he's like a message to the ball saying, "Please sack me. I can't do this anymore. Please sack me. Get me out of here."
Yeah, maybe he's like, well, these guys have thrown me to the wolves, so I'm just gonna act like a complete idiot until they have to get rid of me.
And what was it? It's to a point. He's fallen out of his captain. He's dropped him. He's given Rob Holding their armband. I mean, bloody hell! He's fallen out of David Luiz as well. It's just ridiculous. And that's another thing. This injury, guys, that everyone's saying that Arteta's saying he's got. From what I've heard, I think Mark said it last night in the stream we did last night. That is a load of bollocks. Apparently, him and Mikel had an argument over Willian. Not Uber didn't want him to play on Saturday. Didn't think he deserved to play, and it all kicked off apparently. Then suddenly,
so Aubameyang finally did something worthy of a captain, and he gets stashed out of the squad. Oh, this is so Arsenal right now.
Oh, big up the guys in the chat, by the way. Gary, Melina. I think Taib was even here. Taib's calling him a fraud. John's in here as well. Melina's little stalker. Oh, dear. Gary's in there, yeah. Who else? Let's see who else is in there. It's just them at the moment. That are chatting anyway. But yeah, you know, I'm just done. And people wonder why I do these watch-alongs on this channel now. These like teams that don't involve watch-alongs that don't involve Arsenal. Because it makes me depressed. It literally depresses me watching Arsenal. The football's shit. The players are giving, no matter what Arteta says, the players are giving up every fucking after every result. Oh, what was it? The North London derby. Oh, we lose games. Oh well, it is what it is. Oh, we tried hard. We did. Yeah, we had possession. He's talking. Sometimes he talks like Wenger used to do. The possession is like possession doesn't win games. Goal win games. We great. We start scoring goals.
People thought, because Unai Emery could hardly speak English, and that was bad in the press conferences. You didn't know what was coming.
Mikel was like, "Hold my beer."
Yeah. It's kicked off for me. I'm on 40 seconds with them watching live, so hopefully maybe I'll have to be quiet not to spoil anything now.
Literally just taking back the kick off now on my screen, but literally. Mark, talking to Mark, he's in the chat. Big up, Mark. Hope you're keeping well. And obviously, prepare yourself tomorrow night. Cheddars has even joined us. Toby's dad likes John. God, I don't want to go. I don't even want to go and have a look at what he's on about.
There's it had something to do with Norma. That's it.
Oh yeah, of course it will. Oh dear. So, how you been keeping anyway, apart from obviously the COVID situation anyway?
Yeah, I've been all right. Just the usual stuff going on. But yeah, nothing major. The Chelsea on the attack already.
Shock over there. Surprised the Rou's been dropped actually. In one sense, when he plays, they play better. Abraham is shit. Which just means, by the way, that just means he's going to play on Saturday though.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah.
Yeah, again. Oh dear. I don't get how he hasn't been sacked, because people in the chat last few streams have said Emery was sacked for far less. We were 13th in the league with less defeats in the league that last season, and yet here we are a year later, 16th on the verse being 17th, a point off Burnley, 4 points off relegation in the relegation zone. And it's like, oh, that's okay. He's doing a great job. I'm like, are you watching the same thing that we're watching? The players have even given up. I mean, David Luiz starts. Usually when obviously Bellerin or Anuba aren't playing, the next protocol for captain's armband is David Luiz. So,
that made no sense. Yeah. Not at all.
It's all ridiculous. I mean, there's even talks today about Arsenal offering Rob Holding a new contract. I'm just like, oh, great. Fantastic.
Yeah, I don't get that at all. Most people know that he's not good enough. Like, did you really buy him for $1 million? Was that right? From Portland?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, either $1 million or less, or something like that. And they got relegated to League One. Yeah. Oh bloody hell, Melina. Allegri's will learn English just to say no to turn down Arsenal. But he will this time. I mean, the first 2 times he actually wanted the job. He actually begged them, not begged them, but said, yeah, they approached him and said, yeah, I want the job. No problem. And then fucking the first time they fucked him over. And the second time, because they fucked over Freddie, because he basically didn't want to come in halfway through the season, they couldn't wait any longer because of what was going on with Lundberg and all that. I mean, this time he'd be like, no, why should I? I mean, apart from Rafa, maybe, there's no other top managers out there that will want to come here. I mean, But as I've been saying for the last few streams on here and other channels as well, we need a sort of Rafael Allegri type manager that is sort of not hands off, but doesn't want to put his arm around him, be best mates with him, and things like that.
Exactly. Yeah, you need someone who's going to put some discipline on you. For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, no players that are mates and all that. Like, yeah, like Bellerin's stealing a living. He just needs to go.
Oh, yeah. Just a tad. He needs to go a bit longer. But there's rumours about Barcelona want to pay 22 mil in January. He's like, yeah, okay, then. Go on then. 22 mil for sure. Bargain. Go on, piss off.
Yeah, Barcelona are the type of fools to do that, aren't they? They haven't got a clue.
Oh dear. Big ups him being able to run away in the chat. No,
We've been getting that for a while now.
But just think, having it on your CV, I was manager that turned Arsenal round. Yeah, that's true, but it's obviously a board though. It's not just obviously. It's like Allegri. I think it was Allegri the first time he approached him. He asked for all and whoever's Ivan Gazidis and all that. Now, obviously, I convinced you that I'm the man for the job. Convince me that this is the club for me. Because obviously at the time that Juventus as well, and they're flying, and they thought that was arrogant. I was like, "Are you taking the piss?" It's called a winning. It's called a mentality. It's something that we haven't got at the club, and that clearly resembles from the fucking board.
Yeah, you think as the board, like the board shouldn't be thinking as fans. They should be thinking like they should know like this is too bad. Like not every manager can turn it around. You have to pull the plug at some point before it gets too bad, and that way too long.
Yeah, to the point, to the actual point, we are actually in a genuine relegation scrap this season. I never thought I'd say them words about that. But yeah.
West Ham approved.
Go on.
1-0 West Ham.
Really?
Declan Rice has scored. Oh, wait, no, it's offside.
Oh, VAR, was it? No VAR?
Yeah. The flag went up late after the ball hit the net, and he was running off, but then he was off. Yeah. Oh my God, that's close again. It's going to be one of those, like, an inch offside ones. Because the guy's arm was in line with the last defender's leg, but it's going to be like his sleeve is poking out or something.
Yeah. Like the shirt waved in the air.
They didn't even show the VAR or anything. They just kept it offside.
Okay.
They didn't even bring up the lines or anything.
Okay, fair enough. Each to their own, inconsistency and all, but okay. Oh dear, I have to see the goal now. Oh dear.
It was a good finish, to be fair. Yeah.
Taib saying you need to shave your hair.
No, I'd look terrible bald. No way. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, he's off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that kid old enough to be on YouTube by himself? There's a bit of a difference between me and other people on this platform. Certainly, the person we all know. I don't have kids on my channel. Thank you very much. The thing is, he'll see this and go, "He said something about me." Dislike, like it bothers me.
Exactly. Who cares?
Oh dear. You got your game on Saturday actually. Saturday afternoon, 7-0. That came up.
Yeah.
That came from nowhere, didn't it?
Yeah. That was not gonna lie, that was a bit of a surprise. It was like, I think after the first goal, I felt like, well, that was like it was quite early on. We got the first. No, sorry, it was more after the second goal. When I saw him finish that as well, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be one of those afternoons where everything goes in. Because we're just scoring from ridiculous turns and shots from the edge of the box and all that, and I'm like, then they just started flying in, and I was just cheering every 5 minutes after.
in response to Cheddar's, no, it was not aimed at Simpy at all. Got no problem with Simpy. It's a certain other person, me, Melina, John, we all have a history with, so we say.
Oh, 1-0 Chelsea.
Oh, for
How quickly that changes.
okay.
Thiago Silva from a corner.
Yeah, got some points from it. Fuck it. Why not?
So he's the one you've got in your team. Why couldn't it be Zuma? Damn it, I've got Zuma.
What I could afford at the time. Fuck it. Yeah.
Is Zuma playing? I don't know if he is. I think he is. But it might be because I see Rudiger there. I don't know if that's. Maybe he's not playing. No, he is playing. Number 15, Sim, I think.
Yeah, Football Day talks as well. I didn't even know that was John's film. We'll get this a lot tonight.
Yeah. All right. Wait for every comment to be that, yeah.
Big Cheryl's gone off.
Did he go off?
Yeah,
oh, he did. Yeah,
yeah.
Emerson there, yeah. Bloody hell, I have him in FBL, man. That's my night ruined.
Same here. Oh, dear.
Imagine I bet they're gonna keep a clean sheet now, and he won't get any points for it.
Yeah, Cheddar's the person that was aimed at. I'm not going to mention his name because it's just not worth the fucking drama that comes with him. But he once had he had a channel that got hacked but didn't get hacked. That he had yeah, you know who I'm on about. That's who I'm on about. Literally, all he ever had was 11, 10-year-olds, if maybe 12-year-olds on, because I'd be like, let me on. He was like, okay, no problem, because that doesn't look dodgy at all.
Yeah, those streams look really dodgy. Yeah, and I look back at them, I'm like, what the hell has this guy been doing?
Yeah, Melina's happy because I think Melina's got Thiago in her team as well. There you go, boys and girls. There you go, your Chelsea fans. And your Chelsea fans up popping in. You're winning, as always.
Yeah, with that goal, Chelsea have leapfrogged West Ham with the most goals from set pieces.
So far, yeah.
Yeah, and that's West Ham's first goal conceded from a set piece season. They're the only team, I think, that didn't have any. I think the other next two are on 2 goals each, I think.
Amazing what David Moyes can do when he's actually backed. His players and all that, yeah. If only Man United had done this all them years ago. I wonder would Man United be now.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say earlier, it's been fun watching like all the United fans get back on the title train again.
Oh yeah, literally
again.
Just because they beat their rivals 6-2 and now third in the league. Big fucking. So what was it? 2 weeks up till this weekend, Tottenham were in a title race. Now they're 6th. What does that tell you about this league? It means nothing.
It doesn't. It's weird because people say by Christmas we'll see what it's like. It's not this season. This season we're gonna have to wait longer to find out what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! Chelsea just went right across the box. I missed everybody.
Oh God. You've got him started on Granny Norma now. Oh dear. It didn't last long, what? 12 minutes into the match itself, 19 minutes into the stream. Okay, now. Alright. So refresh. Yay, 7.
Well, it looks like Alpha Eagles had a hell of a day with that last comment. Bloody hell.
Oh dear. So what you got planned for the next week?
Yeah, so on 24th, the only thing I've got planned really is on 24th. I'm going to see family, I think, unless something changes where we're not allowed to mix. I think we still are allowed to mix for the moment here, but I think in UK you're not. You're not allowed to mix 2 households.
Yeah, well, it's tier 4. You can't mix at all. With tier 3, you can mix, but between two or 3 houses is like for one day. Like,
yeah, wasn't it like 6 or something? Right, you can have 6 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's the only thing I've really got planned. I think because of all that's going on, people don't really want to make too many plans, if you know what I mean. Or else we'd probably meet. I think we usually meet Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, but then New Year's. But it doesn't look like that will happen this year.
Jesus Christ, Alpha's been
I
busy.
know, right?
Okay, now.
Someone would.
Yeah, Simpy's not happy either with Chilwell being injured. This is why you don't pick injury-prone players, guys.
Yeah, you're not the only one pissed off, Cynthia. You'll be out next week.
I know you guarantee you have an injection, you'll be fine for Saturday.
Oh, Jack.
You guarantee it.
It's the Arsenal game. You're not getting fit.
They'll find a way. Oh dear.
I was gonna say, yeah, the Giroud is back to because of your former players.
That was round it off really. Fucking hell, I had Walcott last week. Roby get an assist on Saturday. He scores and gets an assist on Saturday. Well, this Saturday coming, fucking hell.
Chelsea put it in the net again. Your boy Tammy Abraham, and it's not going to count. It went over the line.
I was going to say,
but he was complaining about it. No, it went out.
Oh well, what a shame.
You're still terrible, Tammy.
Yeah, so he's one of them so overrated players that because he did well at the start of last season. Everyone's on the hype train of Tammy Abraham, but what's he actually done since the second half of last season? Really, it says something.
You know a player's not good when they have to justify them with that meaningless stuff like, well, you practice really well from the front.
Yeah,
you know that he doesn't offer anything else, then does he?
Yeah, you know things are bad when you're being headed out by a 34-year-old on the end of his career, Olivier Giroud.
Yeah, how many more years do you think Giroud has? You think one or two more?
I say another year and a half. I say yeah. So another season in him, so then he'll go out gracefully and he'll probably retire into that either this summer coming or the following summer.
One thing that's miffed me is why haven't Man City and Chelsea both need a striker, because as we said, Giroud's not got much left. Aguero's not got much left. Jesus is rubbish and Abraham's rubbish.
Mm-hmm. The irony, what you just said there, they both got money.
Yeah, right.
Oh dear. So yeah, I don't get why they're not going out for another striker, because it clears up the next gen as they've currently got in Jesus and Tammy, fucking nowhere near the standard of what they need to be.
Exactly. Like, I think someone said before, like, I don't know why City haven't gone out and got that Martinez guy from Inter Milan. Because he's exactly the type of striker that they would fit them very well.
Yeah. Was it?
I don't know if you want to suffer through the next comment after that.
A bit too early, I don't know. Oh, Jonathan's had a makeover joining the stream tonight, lads. Let's still take notes. Yeah, let's not all get drunk, Menina, halfway through the day.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Oh, Menina saying score prediction for lads for tomorrow's City game. Fucking hell. Do we have to touch that already? Really? We know what's going to happen. The thing is, he's going to put his second string out, rest of most league players the rest of Saturday in mind. We'll get battered against Man City's first team. And then it's used to be, well, it was Arsenal's second team. It was our youth team, guys. Yeah. And having
coming out, right? Yeah.
I know, it's just ridiculous. I know. I'm fully expecting youth team to be put out enough to get battered at least 4-1, 3-0 or 4-1.
Yeah, tomorrow's a game that basically for us, I don't know. Like, do you really want to win the Carabao Cup? Like, what the hell is that going to do?
Well, exactly. The final itself has actually been pushed back to April now. It's been moved to April 25th,
Wow.
in the hope that fans will be able to come to the final. Wasn't that they're breaking their neck with the FA Cup, but okay.
I wondered. I was wondering. Do you think if they get the elderly population and the vulnerable people vaccinated by then, do you think they'll just let people? They'll just open up everything again. Just allow people to go out without the vaccine.
By then, yeah, I reckon they will. We'll start the last month and a half of the season. We'll see full stadiums again at this rate.
Yeah, what I'm worried about though is, the government being pricks and being like, we don't have the vaccine, you can't go places, because I wouldn't put it past them to do shit like that. When I disagree with that, because it's like, well, I'm on my own person, right? Can't I decide if I want to take a risk or not?
Oh my days, we're going mad in the chat now. John says, "What's your plans for Christmas?" I go to Captain Morgan and let's get that chase. Oh God. It's Christmas week. The only time we get to get hammered and forget about it. It's been knocked down pretty much all year. Let's be honest. The last 10 months, it's been knocked down all over the world. You might as well get drunk every day. Forget about all the troubles at all.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just looking forward to a nice, quiet Christmas, plenty of food and drink. Says John. Cheddar's just rubbing something in the room now, saying, "If you win the League Cup, you enter Europa League 2." Yet City will still win that. That's out of spite. So no one else actually gets that spot. Oh dear. Mina saying, "Me too, John. Ready to get lit for Boxing Day show." Oh God. I'll forget about us losing to Chelsea because you say that you'll be on my stream later on that day and go mental. Oh, chat out! Fuck the Roses! Everything that we literally heard us going off on one, even at 0-0. Cheddar's is saying Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day. I'm getting smashed. I think pretty much everyone in the country's pretty much doing the same thing. Let's be honest. Especially if an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird for me. It's because yeah, I'm what was I gonna say? It's not a lot of alcohol that I do like. I think the only one I do really like is cider. Like all the other hard alcohol, I don't really like. Just kind of makes me feel sick drinking it. And people are like, oh, you don't really. It's not about the taste or whatever. You just gotta get used to it. I'm like, yeah. Not worth it. Yeah, this game's kind of gone boring now.
Yeah, I was about to say, literally, about 20. I didn't even notice it's 21 minutes in. West Ham haven't really tested Mendy either, considering the last couple of games he's been making some howlers.
Yeah, I was just thinking about previous Arsenal results. You guys don't really get hammered, do you? Like you're so relatively you're relatively like, because I was gonna say you set up defensively, right? So it'd be kind of hard. Like teams would have to be very clinical to beat you by a good margin.
Yeah, well, I think it's just especially like the North London derby and Everton this weekend. They went like 2-0 and 1-0 up respectively.
Yeah,
they knew come out second half. We've got no threats, so they just sit back and allow us to come at them because they know we have nothing about us. The players have actually down tools. They're like, easy job was to sit back and. Plus, it's Mourinho as well. Talk about the North London derby. It's Mourinho as well. He does that anyway.
He does that, yeah. Yeah, that was the perfect game for him just to just do what he loves to do. Yeah. Yeah, and what was I going to say? I can't stand the people that just they keep saying we played better in the second half. It's like, yeah, but your players just passed it around that did nothing.
Yeah,
how are you settling for that?
And most of them games that we played better in the second half, guess what? We're fucking losing. So, and it proves my point that literally, and I've said it in every fucking stream that this happens. It's like we're playing well because literally the teams are sitting back and letting us come at them because we're toothless, and that's with our main strikers as well.
I can't believe. Like, is that confirmed as well? Or is that just rumors that he's like had a spat with Arteta? Because
I think Mark said it in the chat. This rumours going around, but yeah.
Oh my god!
And then obviously this morning in that that mad press conference, he's gone from calf strain to a calf muscle injury.
Well, maybe he was like, maybe he was feeling a calf. It's like, oh, I should be all right for the game, and Arteta slide tackled him.
You what?
I heard what you said about my boy Willian.
The best player in the world. What you're talking about? We need him.
Yeah, like, and then that. Oh, West Ham are in.
Go on.
Oh no. Cresswell, like he kind of like it was one of those like shot / cross. It's like is it a cross? Is it a shot that goes past the post?
Oh, okay, I'm about to see it now. Then let's say.
Yeah, you should see it in a second.
Steve in the chat. Steve in the chat saying it's been a good game. He thinks Chelsea will win 2-0. Let's wait for this fucking ball to come in.
Chelsea are looking sloppy now, giving the ball away in their half. Oh, how did he miss that?
Oh, I'm about to see it now. One sec. Have a look.
No, they had another chance.
Oh yeah. And he says, "How long is he out for? Do you know?" Literally, it's literally he'll be back on Saturday. From what they're saying to us, he'll be back on Saturday because he's literally just cut. He's out for this game, but not saying he's out for Saturday, so he's guaranteed to be back on Saturday.
Usually, muscle strains are like they're a couple of weeks, aren't they? But like, what he missed the last game, right? He missed the last Premier League game. He's missing the
this game as well.
Yeah, he's missing the Carabao now, so it's probably a week. So yeah, I have my doubts.
The thing is, if he does come back on Saturday, it then confirms what we've just been talking about.
Exactly, yeah. Because that's a bit quick for a muscle strain, and then you wouldn't risk it, would you? If he's an important player.
Well, you say that he did risk Thomas Partey in the North London derby, so
it's true. I didn't forget about that. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, when your coach hasn't got a clue about all this stuff, he'll just start them anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, his man management. Some of his man management needs to be called into question because Partey literally, he's muscle, whatever his wrong injury was, it went again and he couldn't walk. He had to hop off.
Yeah,
he could not run, do anything.
Yeah, I wonder if that made it worse. Maybe he lost some time out on his injury.
Mikel's turned around seeing him like, no, you get back on. So he's literally having to launch himself whilst hopping in the air to get on the pitch, just to then come off a couple of seconds later.
Yeah, I saw a good point about that. It's like Arteta was like for a second worried about the play, and then he saw the counter attack and he shit himself and just started pushing the player back on. It's like, how about he's not? It's not going to help. You know he's limping. You won't get back.
And then the David Luiz situation with the concussion with Raul Jimenez of the other week as well.
Oh yeah, bloody hell. Yeah.
How he dealt with that. Then you hear the rumours that actually they've had a fallout a few weeks prior to that on the training pitch, and think they're not even talking to each other because Arteta's basically outing him for being the mole in the system, leaking all this information out to the media, and basically saying, when I find out who it is, looking at David Luiz and making it obvious who it is, who he thinks it is, I'm gonna fucking destroy him. And obviously, because of how he's made it so obvious, he thinks it's David Luiz. All the other players have been a bit standoffish the next couple of days. And it's obviously caused friction then between Luiz and Arteta. Like, Luiz is pretty much saying, "Well, where's the proof? I haven't done anything. It's not me. And you've basically accused me of doing it. And it's caused more harm than it has good than the actual set within the team setup. Then you see the Pepe, and then look at the Pepe situation, like the Pepe red card. He gets sent off. Yeah, it was stupid what he did. It goes in at him. Literally, doesn't even have to be asked about. It goes in. Literally, bang! He's out of order. He's the team down. He's a disgrace. Da 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 da. Fast forward 2 games later, Granit Xhaka gets sent off, which is a far worse situation because of what he'd done. He had to be asked about it, what his thoughts were on that. And he's like, yeah. And 2 days later, he's like, well, you know what, guys? Can we forget about it now? But it was quick enough attacking Pepe. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't get that at all. Yeah, the situation's ridiculous.
Yeah, so again, that's sort of causing friction within the not just within obviously the fan base seeing it, but within the actual in the squad itself, because they're like, well, it's 1 for us and 1 for certain players and 1 for the rest. And even how he, what was it? Willian went to Dubai in the last international break to meet up with that fucking salt bait guy in Dubai or whatever.
Oh my god! Yeah.
And his punishment was, "Oh, we've dealt with him. We've dealt with him." His punishment was literally, "Oh, that's a ball in there. Oh, fucking unlucky." Yeah, he's starting 11 the next day. Sorry.
Like, the thing is like this all this evidence about what Arteta is doing wrong, and yet people still don't want him out, and they still want to hang on and see where the season takes you. Yet your form is awful.
Oh, Marina, she's preparing us.
Oh my god!
You want to drunk text or call anyone? Drunk text or call your boyfriend? So that'd be more beneficial. Just say.
Yeah, definitely.
If you know, you know. Which, if you're of a certain age, you'll know what I'm on about. If you're too young for that, then don't ask. Steve's also saying both teams will make changes to ours since it's a cup. I think because of how we've done them in the FA Cup, I think Pep's going to go full strength. And the fact that they're not doing well either themselves, so he want to prove a point.
He loves the Carabao as well, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, of course.
It's a trophy every season, isn't it?
Yeah. In his time here, apart from obviously the first season where he didn't win anything, the second season onwards, there's always he's guaranteed to win that. He's won that in every season he's won something at City. That's what he's won. 3 times. Was it 3 times in a row now he's won it? Ridiculous. Did you hear if the AFL Cup final will be moved to April to have some hope in the hope? Yeah, we touched on that earlier. Fair point. Good to see you in the chat again. Hope you're well. I'm well. Yes, it's good to watch Brian doing a YouTube channel at the weekend. Well, you got another channel. Now you've got another channel to come over and keep support as well. Thumbs up. In 2021 will be good for Arsenal. They need players in good ones. Yeah, just a tad. Yeah,
you need that, yeah.
Yeah, well, there's one positive coming for the next summer. Literally not half this squad, but a big chunk of this squad. Their contracts are up, like Ozil, Mustafi, Socrates, Louise.
Is Elneny's up as well?
And then I think Elneny is up as well. I think there's quite a few, and obviously some we wanted to sell as well. And it's just fucking bin them off, and Sabaj is going to piss. Sabaj is going back to Madrid. Big up Harvey, by the way, in the chat. He's saying, who you wanting to win tonight or not? Honestly,
Come on, you hammers.
Oh, yeah. West Ham, obviously.
Bloody hell, Thiago Silva is like glued to the floor. He's down again.
Sounds about right, Thiago Silva.
He was standing there like after he took the hit. And now he's after the delay, he's on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Steve also saying West Ham starting to come into the game. Chelsea, that team, they play well, then not so well on and off. Yeah, they did that against Tottenham and Chelsea a few weeks ago. The week before we played them, they started off okay, Chelsea, and then literally just went into their shell and literally held on for dear life.
They did this against Wolves, right? Was that Chelsea's last game? Wolves, I think, right? Or was
Yeah,
it the,
yeah, Wolves.
they went 1-0 up, and then they just went quiet for the whole game, and then the Wolves stole it late.
I've just seen, by the way, showing the replay now. Thiago Silva taking the ball to his stomach. No, his stomach, his chest, basically. He's like, he does it. He stands there, and he's like,
exactly right. He stands there.
and then okay, go down now. Sorry.
Oh, well, do we need some time? Do we? I don't know.
Oh dear, gotta laugh.
I'm gonna say the Mendy's better than Kepa, but I don't know how much better.
Yeah,
he's not looking the best himself.
Thing is, I had my doubts about obviously going for someone like this Mendy, but obviously Petr Cech being these connections to Rennes and all that, they know best.
I don't get why you don't just go for the proven. Like after all these times you've been screwed over, why not just like break the bank for All Black?
Yeah.
if you're so convinced to like want to get rid of the goalkeeping problems.
Or they could buy Adrian.
Yeah, that'll do. He's free in the summer. You can have him.
And Sam's joined us. Yeah. Oh dear.
I'm double O John. This is not me.
Oh dear. He also goes on to say Burnley winning helped us not. Of course not. Don't be silly. This is rub salt in the wounds. We're literally 1 point off Burnley now. Yay. And 4 points off Fulham. So effectively, if we lose on Saturday, which we more likely will, and Fulham win their game on Boxing Day or on Sunday, whatever, we'll be a point off Fulham, and they're in the bottom three. And then we got next Brighton away, our bogey team. So New Year's Day, guess where we're going to be? In the bottom three. Yeah, progress.
That'd be nuts if that happened. I'm not gonna lie. Seeing us on the bottom three. Oh my god.
Oh, dude. Gary saying, Sam, get out. I'll do it first. Gary, do you sleep? It's half 3 in the afternoon over there. Jesus. Sam, if you're not busy and if you're not working, you want to come on, let me know. I'll send you a link. Get the 3 amigos.
Yeah.
Let's get your thoughts on Mikel Arteta's press conference, Sam. If you've seen it or heard about it.
Yeah, let's discuss after every match the percentage that Mikel Arteta will be sacked.
To be honest, I am surprised he's still in the job, considering it's what. Yeah. I was looking at it yesterday during the stream. Out of all our home games, you've only won 2. We've lost the rest, and what was that? 6? Is it 5 or 6 home games now on the bounce?
4 losses, and then you drew to Southampton, so broke the chain of home losses, and then
we lost again.
Then you lost again.
They gave us hope for a brief second.
So you said it was Is Brighton? Is Chelsea? Where's Chelsea? Is that away or at home?
At home at the Emirates. That means nothing. We're going to lose. Let's be honest.
Well, you go back. You'll go back to starting up your new losing form at home.
I mean, I've seen this. Obviously, saw this going around social media the other day, and they were sharing the screen in a sec. So I grabbed hold of it and put it on my Twitter and everything as well. It pretty much sums up the whole situation at the moment. If you know the Simpsons movie, you know where it's coming from.
Oh yeah, this.
Arsenal fans, this is the worst day of my life. Arsenal comes along. This is the worst day of your life so far. Just ridiculous.
Yeah, Sam wants a link if you haven't seen that.
Yeah, I'll send him a link in a second. Just gonna find. Oh dear, what was I looking for? I think that Sky Sports out of there because I saw that because I'm very that was the bollocks up about fucking Arteta. No way he said that. It was like 9 in the morning. I was like, no way he said that. Oh yeah, he said it.
Yeah, well, someone you don't get along with was I was pissed off. It pissed me off because I was looking at Twitter and he posted the what's it called? He posted like a comment, like a page with the comments on it and saying like talking about it and saying it's like it's he's explaining stats and stats aren't always good. Yeah.
Oh dear. So we're going to send Sam the link quickly and then what's it? Yeah, actually, no, I'll send it on my phone. Fuck it. But yeah, this is what Arteta had to say in his press conference. This is a quote, an actual quote from his press conference. Last year, we won the game against Everton with a 25% chance of winning. You win 3-2. Last weekend, it was a 67% chance of winning any Premier League game in history, and a 9% chance of losing, and you lose. 3% against Burnley, and you lose. 7% against Spurs, and you lose. These are actual quotes from our fearless manager, our fearless leader.
Yeah, you're in shit creek when someone's like talking about percentages and like it's literally I said it's like hieroglyphics. You speaking in riddles.
Wait till Sam comes on; he's going to go mad.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Oh, how did you put all that? West Ham were getting into that box so easy, and they just mess up the final ball every time.
Gary was saying after the interview, I believe 1 + 1 is 3.
You laugh about that, but I'm sure I read that some people in America tried to make declare like they were like going on about like to do with all this racism thing, and they say, well, maths was made by a white man, so let's change it to that because
Steve is saying in the chat as well, if one team's going to score, it looks like it'll be West Ham. Yeah, to be honest, because like we said, literally they've done it a few times this season. Chelsea start off well, and then they go, that's got to be a pass back.
I know, right? It did look like one when I saw it as well. Isn't it? If it like comes off the field, VAR doesn't work sometimes. Apparently. Oh, Chelsea.
Especially when it comes to it only works Man United.
How did Werner miss that? Oh my God, he's still missing sitters.
Oh, have you got these excuses as well?
Bloody hell.
The league's too tough. I didn't think it'd be this tough.
That is
Have you not watched Premier League? Do you not do your research? You just saw money signs. The irony.
And people like giving us Liverpool fans L because we missed that on Werner at the start.
Yeah, the amount of grief fucking Klopp faced when Chelsea signed it, and Chelsea was going,
yeah, right, exactly. They were going mad.
We got the best striker in the world. Way. Unlucky Liverpool. He chose us over the champions of England. Clearly not. Clearly Klopp saw something he didn't like.
Yeah, he didn't. He saw something he didn't like, and probably like he was trying to fleece us as well. Because like, we don't have to accept every wage offer if the players are like, if they demand too much.
Yeah, I have sent Sam the link, by the way. I just wanted him to grace his presence. Grace us with his presence. Sorry. Fucking there, Werner. Dog shit.
You know what? I just looked at I just compared Firmino's stats with Werner. He's got an extra goal in the Prem. That's how you know he's been that bad. Firmino's got 5 goals and Werner's got 4.
Oh dear. Did you see that clip actually going around social media last week after you played Tottenham of Tim Sherwood for working for Amazon? Oh yeah, Tottenham got this covered. All their crosses have been shit tonight. If anyone's going to have this covered, it's Erdevild and Tottenham. They could actually get anything from this. Is that man bang? And then everyone's like Robbie Savage and Sutton are like, oh, Tim.
Salty Tim.
This is the man, ladies and gentlemen. That when it comes to a combined Arsenal Tottenham 11, basically went, no, I want to put a Tottenham 11, but I'll put Ozil in just as a sweetener. No, Ozil didn't. No, Ozil didn't even get in. Who got in? No, Torreira got in. Sorry, everyone else was Tottenham. That was his combined 11 back then. We beat them the next day 2-0. And Ozil's there, his little cup of tea emoji. Got man of the match as well. Cheddar's the same chapter, missing a cracking game of darts.
Every time Cheddar's mentions darts makes me sad.
You all right, Sam?
Good evening. Hey, John. Wow, I couldn't recognise you, mate. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
You've been down to Barbers.
I went through the car wash with this haircut.
You went through the car wash, had your head out the window again. I told you about that, didn't I? I told you those brushes are not good for your hair.
Yeah, all fell out. Don't worry, I'll be back.
Oh, dear.
My God.
So,
I tell you what, I'm not even watching the game, to be honest. I couldn't care less, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm literally just doing, it's London Derby, and plus it's playing Chelsea next. We're going to get bad bum anyway, so I might as well prepare myself for it. Oh, dear.
Exactly. Oh, just got to shout out to Cheddars. Sorry, Cheddars, mate. I didn't catch you in my hello. Sorry about that. Yes, Cheddars. Of course, I love you so much, Cheddars. It's so lovely. Darts, yeah. It's more interesting watching Arsenal, that's for sure.
I was gonna say I wouldn't have to go through a car wash to lose my hair.
180 days since Arsenal actually did something.
I mean, Sam, how the hell is this man still in a job at Arsenal?
The guy is turning into one of these mental cases, isn't he? He's becoming one of these dithering idiots, isn't he? He's, is it me? Is it him? He's just imploding. First of all, the statistics he said made no sense. He said, exactly. What did he say? He said last time we played Everton, we had a 25% chance of winning, and we won. And now we had a 69% chance. What did he say? 60-something chance
67, right? I think it was.
There we go.
67 chance. Oh, it is, yeah. Last year we won the game against Everton with a 25% chance of winning. You win 3-2. Last weekend it was a 67% chance. How the hell does that make sense?
I don't know.
How can we, being much worse than we were last time, have that much more? I mean, nearly three times more.
It makes no sense.
Nearly 3 times more chance of winning. It just doesn't make any sense. And this is why these stats just need to get in the bin, because they're just crazy. If this is what he's basing his management on, no wonder we're in the fucking bin, is it? I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but to his logic, he's looked at Williams' stats and put them upside down. He's going to turn into Prime Ronaldo.
That's it. He wound me up now. He's wound me up now. He got the old crank going. That's it.
Why is he ready to go? Oh man, that guy pisses me off, Sam. I can't stand Arteta. He's turned into an arrogant, mindless prick.
The guy's just got no clue. I mean, you just see he's just clueless. That game we played against Everton, I mean, there was no plan. Obviously, there's no plan. I mean, when we played, it just looked like, what are we doing? Is there a plan here? What are we doing?
But you played better in the second half, Sam. You passed about some nice passes left to right.
We had a couple of chances, but it was just, I don't know. We had some chances there, but still, we don't create enough, do we? And we're absolutely useless in front of goal.
This is the key stat, everyone. Mark Green says 50 days since we won a game. Say no more. And sometimes when he says that, it means league games. When he wants to say Europa League.
You know what? There's the more people talk about the situation we're in, the more depressing it becomes because, I mean, there's a lot of talk now. I was watching a podcast today and they was talking about player contracts and stuff, right? And, these players, they, if it's going to be easier for them to get better contracts, it's going to be easier for them to get where they want to go if we go down, because we're just going to have to release so many of them because we're not going to be able to keep hold of them.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's going to be easier for them to move on and they'll get better contracts elsewhere and all of that, and then we've got that, that whole problem. If we go down, we can't give them big contracts anymore. We just won't have the money for it. It's just, the more you think of it, the more depressing it becomes. And we just need to do something, right? We need to do something now. I just can't believe the club's not doing something. That's, for me, that's, I don't know. I just can't believe what this board is doing.
You know what it is, Sam? It's because the people that you hire to put above him are clueless as well.
Well, they're all amateurs.
Yeah, they're
from top to bottom. Josh,
they're all just blindly believing in Arteta because he just told them a story, and they're just going to believe it till the end.
Exactly. So I mean, they believed in what he said, and a lot of what he said sounded great, didn't it? But then, like I've always said from day one, the proof is in the pudding. You got to show it, right? You got to do something, and that's what he really hasn't done. I mean, yes, we were blinded by the 3 good games we had in the FA Cup, because the way we played suited, like I've said so many times, the way we played and set up suited playing the bigger teams on the counter attack. But as soon as we play a team where we need to be on the front foot and we have possession, we're clueless. I said that, and it's never ever changed. It's never got better. It's just got worse and worse as the players have regressed and shut down more and more. It's just become worse and worse, and it's just we need a huge kickstart. The only way you're going to do it is you got to bring in someone new to kickstart it, right? It's like, the car's conked out, and you need a what's it called? What's it called again? You need to get yeah, that's it. You need to get a start from another car, right, to help you get going again.
Get the spark.
Exactly. I mean, this is what we need now, and this whole thing about you can't bring another manager in, what they're going to do. It's just useless. There's so many examples of bringing in new managers that help. Look what David Moyes has done at West Ham. Their owners were absolute crap. They were trying to gut the club from the inside out. The fans were revolting, against the club, and they thought they was going to be in a relegation battle based on last season. That's what everyone thought. And then they bring in David Moyes, and look what he does. He's doing great job for him at the moment. Benitez at Newcastle,
exactly,
came in and turned that club around completely. Of course, that owner who wouldn't give him any money was a complete twat. Mike Ashley, of course, ruined it all. So Benitez left. But there's so many examples of you bring in a manager, and it's about doing the right thing. And what in my opinion, what I would do, and it's about having balls. It's about having guts. And what you got to do is you just got to bring in Emil Smith-Rowe, Joe Willock, use El Neni, or of course Partey if he's fit. Use Reece Nelson, use Saka, and in the middle you use Balogun up front. And you use these kids together because these kids have been playing for 10 years. They know how to play together. You're going to get 2 things out of them that you're not getting out of this current team. You're going to get 100% effort because that's what they're showing. They want to prove that they're worth something. And number 2, you're going to get team cohesion and players that can play together, because those kids, those 5-6 kids you put together there, they've been doing it for 10 years through the Hale Academy and up through the youth system, up to the under-23s. They can play together, and they will grind out some results. I don't care what anyone says; they will grind out some results because that's what they want to do. And the third effect you get out of that is if you actually did that and set those senior players aside, then you, as a senior player, you got to ask yourself, okay, what the fuck is this? It's like, okay, maybe I need to wake up now because I've got a 19-year-old, taking my place now for 5 games. Maybe I do need to wake up and do something. Maybe that will wake them up. So when you give them a new chance again, when you have to rest the youngest because they can't be played for that many games, you need to give them a rest. then when they come back in after a few games, maybe they will give a fuck. You know, I mean, it's that kind of drastic situation we're in now where you just need to just pull it all out. You know, pull out all the guts and just try something that needs to be done. And if these kids had never played together before, if they were just like 5, 6 random kids just never played together, just basically been put together this year or last year or whatever, of course, that would be a whole different situation. I would be much more apprehensive about that, thinking, okay, that probably wouldn't work. But knowing these kids have been together for 10 years and they can actually play together, which you see in the Europa League, when you see 3 of them or 4 of them play together in the Europa League, they play well together. That's the best games we play together as a team. Yeah. I know, yes, it's the Europa League. Yes, we're playing Molde. Yes, we're playing Dundalk. But when we have the ball, you can see that those guys know how to play together. You can see it. Those 3, 4 kids that are playing, they have a lot more cohesion and a lot more understanding of each other. So, you know, transferring that to the Premier League, yes, is going to be much harder. Yes, you can't expect them to just do bits from day one. But I bet you if you gave them 5 games, those 5, 6 kids 5 games, you would get better results than what we're getting now. I guarantee it. I really do. But you know, it takes guts, it takes balls, and Arteta's not going to do that because he has his favourites and he's worried about the level of the kids and all this. And this is why he's in the position he's in, because he just really doesn't know what he's doing.
It makes no sense because he's inexperienced, but he doesn't want to take risks, and that's what a manager that, you know, you think that he'd be so desperate to keep the job because, you know, this is going to damage his reputation, that you think he'd try new things, but he's just like you said, he's scared, and like, what have you got to lose? You're already down there, and these players are not doing it. And like, I can't stand people who give that opinion that, oh, those young players, don't put those young players in again because we put them in and they didn't work. But they're surrounded by these dog shit players. They don't care. It's like putting a working cog in a machine that's about to fall apart. That one cog's not gonna keep alive on its own. You need to replace enough of the team for it to make an impact, or else it won't.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. And it's you know, it's so absolutely horrifying just seeing the same thing happen again and again and again and again. And it's so predictable, right? It's just so predictable. You know what's going to happen. It's like a bad Adam Sandler film, right? You just know what's going to happen from start to finish. And how you can do that without changing things and trying new things, I just don't get it. I just can't understand it. It's like he's so scared to try something that might not work, that he's so committed to what he's doing. And it's just, you know, you can't do that. It's just, you're going to end up in a situation like now where you just go nowhere. He's digging his own hole even deeper.
Yeah,
I mean, how many more games to the ball want to give him though? We've got eight league defeats out of 13 now.
Was it 14 or 13?
14, 8 out of 14.
14 now. Oh yeah.
Burnley winning today means if they win their game in hand, they go ahead of us.
Yeah, that's against City as well, so it's possible that could happen. Why they've started this season as well. And then we also take into equation and probably will, but say if we lose on Saturday and Fulham win their game, they're then a point behind us, and they're currently in the relegation. And then we've got Brighton, and the same happens again. If they can even draw, and it's down to the goal difference, they could put us into relegation by New Year. So that's what I'm saying. How many more games? Because the thing is, be our luck now. Arsenal win tomorrow, and all's forgiven. The board will be like, "I see, we can beat Man City. Move on. Oh, crisis is over." It's like, for fuck's sake.
I mean, for me, it's tomorrow. It's about how we play. Really, it's about how we play. I mean, it's like the results. You know, we grinded out with Emery. You know, remember that 20-odd game streak we went on? We didn't lose a game.
Yeah.
And I remember so many people saying, "Yeah, we've had this fantastic run, but you saw the way we play. We weren't very good. We had a lot of luck on our side. You know, Aubameyang was scoring goals. We weren't really creating that many chances. But Aubameyang, you know, he was doing bits at that time. And, that he really did save our bacon, really. I mean, you can see now with his lack of goals how much he actually saved us. But, it glossed over that whole, the way we actually played was like, it's not really that good. Okay, we had 20-odd games without getting beaten, but let's be realistic about this, And then we went on that horrific, run afterwards and started all going downhill afterwards because we could just see what was coming. And so for me tomorrow, it's like it's so important how we play. If we actually play better tomorrow, we actually show some kind of spark or some kind of, ability to play together and attack and create some chances and actually start to look somewhere like we used to. Okay, then I'll maybe say, okay, maybe something is happening here. But if we don't, if we just do the same old thing as lately, and if we're dead lucky because the way we set up in a counter attack with a 3-4-3 is the way I'm guessing he's going to be going tomorrow, because that's worked before with City, so he's probably going to do it again. If we do manage to grind out a 1-0 or something like that on a penalty or a corner, or we grind out a 1-0 win, but we don't create anything, and we were lucky with a VAR decision going for us or something like that, then again that's just going to gloss over everything. We think we're going in the right direction when we're not. That's so to me it's important how we actually play tomorrow. That's the key.
Exactly. And also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Arsenal have been very quiet on social media today, in the sense of today is his anniversary since he got hired this time last year, and usually they've not made a big deal out of it at all. No mention of it. 1 year on, look where we. Very quiet.
They know they'd get slaughtered if they put something up or something.
Let's be honest, hasn't something before.
True, they have carelessly defended him before. That's right. I mean, but sorry to let you guys down, but the man made Rob Holding your captain on the last game.
Listen,
that shows you he's probably not going to change his ways, is he?
It's not the greatest decision, but I can halfway understand the Rob Holding decision. I can halfway understand it, because Rob Holding he does actually put an effort in, and I think off the field he has a bit of influence as well. I think he's got a bit of leadership qualities, but on the field the guy struggles because I like Rob Holding. A lot of people don't, but I like Rob Holding because he gives 100%, and he is normally very good at tackling, and he's normally very good in the air. He rarely loses a fight in the air. And unfortunately, when he's playing with Bellerin, he's got to do two jobs at once. He's got to play right back and centre back at the same time, because Bellerin's never there covering, doing what he's supposed to be doing. So it makes life for Rob Holding so much more difficult, and then it makes him look worse then, because he's covering and has to be a bit out of position because Bellerin's not there. So, it makes life a lot harder for him. And yes, Rob Holding's had some poor games. He didn't play well against Everton. He had a couple of poor passes against Everton. But on the whole, he's one of our best performing defenders for me. The way he wins so much in the air, and he's a good tackler. He's strong. He absolutely was it Mane. He absolutely, when we played you guys, Liverpool, Mane absolutely floored Mane. He's got. I like his attitude as well. He's got that, sort of that attitude he wants to give 100%, which many of our players don't. But of course we can do better than Rob Holding. If we can buy someone better, of course. He's not world class, but I think he's one of our best defenders after Gabriel. So I don't really want to put Holding in the bin, but of course making him captain. There are 2 or 3 other players who should have been captain ahead of him. I agree with that. But him actually being captain wasn't like completely, out of the realms of understanding for me.
To be fair, I was more expecting Willian to be captain, because
that's his favourite, right? That's his boy. That's my boy. Yeah, my boy. Yeah. You're captain now. Yeah, you're captain.
You just softened the armband and the change. Oh yeah.
You watch Dave said that with tomorrow now.
Yeah.
or against Chelsea on Saturday.
If Bellerin plays tomorrow, oh my god.
He will. Oh god.
Bellerin, he probably is after being arrested or whatever against Everton.
Knowing Arteta's logic, because he got the equaliser against Chelsea last season, I'll play him for that reason.
Yeah.
think he'll do it again.
There was a 25% chance of that happening. So
yeah. There's a 16% more chance of winning with Bellerin. So
the connoisseur of percentages.
have you looked at that? Have you looked at the how we look in defence? 75% chance of fucking nothing in defence with him there. Oh shit! I didn't see that stat.
Oh dear.
Yeah, there's a 5% chance that Tet will slip off his bench.
I said it before. If he put the same effort that he obviously does every morning in the mirror, if he put the same effort he did in Arsenal Football Club, we might actually win something. I bet he spends an hour at least every morning. Is the colour right? Is my eyebrows right? I got the right eyebrows. And my teeth, are they white enough? Are they white? Then check the white. Check the white.
Oh God. Oh, this players. I'm asking the players coming back out, by the way. But
it's actually a watch-along, this, isn't it? Sorry, I've come in and just completely just come in and taken over, and I really. But yeah, I mean.
It's kept us going. Let's be honest.
I just, we wanted to talk a bit about Arteta's press conference, didn't we? So.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not like you come in and go.
Oh, jeez! I just want him gone. I mean, every day he's there, it's like, what's going on? Honestly, we're run by amateurs from top to bottom. I mean, Josh Kroenke, the guy's he doesn't know anything about football. Yeah. He's been given the CEO position by his father. His father said, "Here you go. You run Arsenal Football Club." Okay, Dad, thank you very much. And then he gets in Edu, who, he's a charming guy. He played for us. He was a good player at Arsenal. But what has he done in the footballing world outside of playing football? I mean, he was a coordinator at Brazil, low level admin at Brazil. And then they make him director of football, which all of a sudden is a huge deal. I mean, you're in charge of recruitment, the direction the club's taking. There's so much you're actually in charge of. It's a huge deal.
The hiring.
Then you got Vinay. Well. Yeah, the hiring and firing as well. Then you got Vinay, who's been at the club for a long time. He started in marketing basically, and he's worked his way up. And the guy's got no clue about football either. Yeah. But there he is, making top level decisions.
Scooby. You ain't got a Scooby.
Ain't got a Scooby-Doo, exactly, making high level decisions where they're due. I mean, it's like Bill and Bob the Flower Pot Men, isn't it? Those two, isn't it? and then you got then they go and hire their best mate Arteta. Their dude's best mate Arteta. And this is telling for me. This is something I don't see many other podcasts cover. I've asked it in chats, and people don't really cover it. But when Everton wanted a new manager, they said no to Arteta. They decided on Ancelotti. Ancelotti was interested. Usmanov had the cash, and they went for Ancelotti, selling him this, future. We're going to buy players and build a squad and all of that. And they got in Ancelotti, and Arteta, they didn't go for Arteta, who was actually, counted as an Everton legend, basically, right? I mean, he's a huge deal in Everton. So for me, that's quite telling. So when the board at Everton have decided, no, we're not going to go for Arteta, even though he probably talks the talk there as well. No, we're going to go for Ancelotti, the guy, right? So, it says a lot. And then for us to go, oh, Arteta, yeah, we'll have him. It's just, what's going on? And that's, again, I think that shows the lack of experience and the lack of, basically the lack of competence at the board level with Edu, with hiring him, because the job at hand is a huge hand. He must have known the huge job that needs to be done at Arsenal, the huge overhaul that really needs to be done. How can a rookie manager be expected to do that? Really, it's just it's mind-boggling. It really is, and we're seeing the results of that now. Unfortunately, everything that's going on is it's lack of experience, lack of competence. His man management is just completely wrong. He's favouring certain players ahead of others. The youngsters, they just can't get a look in, basically. The way he disciplines some players more than others, and he's supposed to treat everyone fairly and all of that. And it's just obviously not. It's supposed to be based on performance. You're supposed to be playing based on performance and training and your performance. Well, there's so many players who obviously don't. They keep getting picked just because he likes them, basically, like Willian and Bellerin. So it's just. Again, it's just the guy has dug his own hole by making all these amateur mistakes, by not being able to do what should be done, and he's going back on himself so many times, and the players pick up on that. They pick up on that. They know, they can sense in him that there's a weakness, that he's not really, he's the emperor with no clothes, basically, right? He's the Wizard of Oz. He's not really there with what he should be there with. So the players sense this, so they know that he's not real, and he's not really, hasn't really got much idea what he's doing, and I think the players have stopped really playing for him. That's what I think as well. I think that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the players not giving their all for him, and that's hurting us as well. And that is what's really worrying when it comes to a relegation battle, because if we continue now the next 3-4 games, we get into the new year without winning a game, or maybe just drawing one of the games, we are in a relegation battle. That is where we are in the new year. And do you trust these players to win a relegation battle? Nope. Do you think these players are going to dig deep, in a game when you need 3 points? I don't think they will. No. So we've really got, the alarm bells have got to be ringing all over now. It's got to be red lights, red, signals going everywhere around Arsenal Football Club. But nothing's happening. It's like Stan Kroenke, the Kroenkes are not home. Are they there? Hello, where are you? What's it going to take for you guys to react? You've got to get to Edu, and you've got to say to Edu, listen, sorry, I know he's your mate. It's not working. Sorry, let's pull the plug. Yeah, and that's what needs to be done. And
that's the thing. People have said in the chat, previous streams and all that. Unai was sacked for. We've mentioned this earlier. Unai was sacked for far less. We were 13th in the league when he was sacked, with more points and more wins.
Yeah.
I even said to John at the beginning of the stream, what's winning like? I forgot how it feels.
Yeah, what's winning like? Anyway, guys, I'm sorry to sabotage it. I see Gary, our resident stalker. He wants to stream back to a Watchalong. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to take over. So back to the Watchalong where Chelsea are winning, and
back to the Chelsea West Ham Snooze Fest.
Yeah, back to that.
Like, what do you rather, Gary? Literally, us actually talking, let's have something to talk about, then just watching dead silence, and because the game has been that dull so far. We can't win. We're trying to keep you guys entertained.
I love Gary. He's got so many good comments. I love him. This is a great guy.
Oh dear. Sammy, are you around tomorrow night?
What time is kickoff again?
8 o'clock kickoff. We got the late kickoff.
I don't think I can now, as you see, but I just got to check what I've got on. Was it not 9? Yeah, it's 8 your time, right? UK time, yeah. Yeah. No, I can't do that one. I'm afraid, because I've got the work I'm doing. I can't really, do it at the same time.
Gary's coming on for that one as well. So
yeah,
that would have been interesting. You two.
Yeah, because Gary likes to chat too. He likes to chat too. He's he has a lot of good things to say as well.
Even he's like, not another one.
Bring the strong liquor.
Well, we're talking about Chelsea then. They lost 2 in a row. A lot of talk about if they would lose today against West Ham, that Lampard would probably get his marching orders from Abramovich.
Bloody hell! Imagine that, a club of ambition. Fucking hell!
Yeah, because apparently losing 3 games in a row when you've got that squad and all that money's been spent, I can sort of understand it, to be honest.
Yeah, we spend like how much do we spend? this summer. We spent 45
Got
million.
less than them.
Yeah, but 45. Either way, we spent a lot of money in the last two summers.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of money. We are where we are. And this is like, yeah, it's fine. And he's saying, no, it's great. Football's great. Nothing's wrong. I'm just like, bang, man, a bit. Yeah, as I said, over in Chelsea, the same ambition is literally do or die.
Yeah.
You've asked us to spend this money. If we ain't where we want to be after spending that money, you're gone. Again, it's a mentality thing.
With Chelsea, you remember we talked about this at the beginning of the season. It's about expectations, right? We were talking about this. With that squad, those players, the expectations are very, very high. Even with the factor of you've got to realise some of these players aren't going to gel straight away. They've just come from the Bundesliga. But Lampard, I've been watching some of these Chelsea podcasts. Unfortunately, it becomes Chelsea podcasts. Some of the ones you watch, so you sort of pick it up. And they've been really unhappy with Lampard because he's been doing the same as Arteta, and that is playing players out of position, right? I mean, he's playing Werner out on one wing and Havertz out on the other, and they're both supposed to be playing through the middle. Werner's a central striker, and Havertz is a central attacking midfielder. So. And it's just doing those silly decisions to try and shoehorn. For some reason, Mason Mount has to play every game for Lampard for some reason.
Yeah, he's Arteta's Bellerin, yeah.
Exactly, he's Arteta's Bellerin and Willian, basically Mason Mount, and Abraham. He always has to keep bringing in Abraham. Why not just put Werner there for fuck's sake? I mean, and this is where they drop points, right? So they've lost 2 in a row, and I was saying if they lose against West Ham, which is actually a derby, they've lost today at home against West Ham. A lot of people were saying Abramovich might actually pull the plug on Lampard and say, okay, let's try someone else.
Yeah, I don't know. From the way this game's gone, I feel a 1-1 draw because West Ham have been kind of poor, but I feel they may scrape one in. But
even then, that's 1 point. Even then, that's 1 point from 9. For Chelsea, for what they want to
do. We said that right at the beginning. At the beginning of the season, we said, "Listen, that squad they've got, Abramovich and the fans are going to expect a title challenge. That's what they're going to expect." And this, at the moment, it's not there, is it? And then we said it's Lampard. It's Lampard. As I said, Lampard again with more experience than Arteta, a lot more experience than Arteta as a manager, but. Even with that limited experience from Derby, a lot of people said the same thing. Is he the right person to come in with that Chelsea squad to get them? Because what they want is a title challenge. They want to be at least in the top 4 at minimum. And ideally, their main target is to challenge towards the end of the season, at least be challenging for the title. And, they're far from it at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, John in the chat saying, I wouldn't trust this club's players and manager to run a bath.
That's a good one, John. That's a good one.
Honestly, like a similar situation to what you just said about Lampard is like people always ask after Klopp, would you take Gerrard? I said no. I want him to go to another Premier League club before he takes over us because it's a big job. Like just going off him doing well in Scotland is not enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any of us go to the Rangers or Celtic and do what they've done. Let's be honest, and walk in a league with them teams. It's not exactly the most challenging league, but like you said, I mean, with Chelsea itself, the Lampard situation, it was just because he was cheap at the time, and he was the only person that would come in and accept they couldn't buy anyone that summer.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
They had the embargo, didn't they?
Yeah. Whereas there's other managers out there that they wanted, but obviously they're like, we want to get our players in straight away. Fuck working with youth.
Yeah, we won't use our 200 loan kids that we've sent out.
Yeah.
Youth? What's the youth at Chelsea?
Exactly. Every so often when they go on a big spending spree, the youth just goes out the window. They just chuck the youth out, just sell them and loan them out and sell them and that, yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's like, so if Lampard was to be given the boot either tonight or whenever, end of the season, whoever comes in, if the top manager then comes in, the likes of Mount and Abraham are at the door because they're not good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
But hey, what do we know? Oh, dear.
That's what Matt and Abraham should have been. They should have been like last season to have that impact, get them into the top 4, and then if you want to go higher, you get rid of them because they're not the level.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, it's true. We must have got a free kick from my screen, so let's see what they do with this. I'd want to head it over. Of course he does. I mean, before you go on, Sam, I was saying to John as well, literally, considering Mendy as well, the Chelsea goalkeeper's been making some massive errors in the last couple of games, you'd think they'd be really testing him tonight. Never done that so far.
Because West Ham's probably not having their best game. I mean, I haven't watched any of the game during the watch along. I'm not even watching it, but West Ham do have these blips as well, don't they? I mean, they've had a great season compared to what we thought they were going to have, but they've had these blips, and it's Chelsea, isn't it? So, I think Chelsea today have a real point to prove because, as I said, if they're going to be losing 3 in a row, I don't think that would have been very good for Lampard at all. So I think he's probably got them going a bit today.
If only he was at Arsenal, he'd be perfect for the job then, wouldn't he? Losing 3 games in a row, that's ideal for Arsenal, apparently.
Abramovich, I tell you what, Abramovich, you don't put up with any shit, I mean, he fires you if you're not doing your job.
Exactly, that's the difference. Literally, he's been like that since day one.
Yeah.
I heard Chelsea are losing, who am I getting rid of?
And Chelsea, and you know what, Chelsea, I know it might sound a bit strange, and you probably could, this probably is a bit up for discussion as well, but Chelsea is an example of a football club that they just keep changing their managers until they find something that works. And it's been successful. It has been successful. I mean, they've won Champions League trophies, Premier Leagues, FA Cups, changing basically a manager every couple of years.
Yeah.
So to say you can't change managers and not be successful, I'm sorry, I just don't buy that. It's about finding the right manager that gets you the results you want. That's what it's about.
Well, they even sacked Sarri after he won the Europa League.
What about poor Di Matteo? Won the Champions League. And sorry, we're gonna. You just won the Champions League, but sorry, you're not going to continue.
We'll give you 7 games of the season, and that'd be it.
But so many of the clubs would fail if you just hang on to managers. It's gonna work. It's just it's just a terrible point. Like some managers just needed to go because the club was going in a downward trajectory, and you needed to stop the rot.
It's a results business, That's again. Yeah. I think nowadays with all the money involved in everything, every level. I just think it's a lot more ruthless now than what it used to be. I mean, it used to be ruthless even back in the day, right? But I think now it's a lot more ruthless because it is a business. It's a results business. Your job as manager is to win football games. That's it. And if you don't win football games, you're not doing your job, and that is as simple as that, And I think everybody needs to understand that. And we're not. It's like I keep saying, why are there's so many people that seem to be so loyal to Arteta, like, oh, he's Arteta, played for Arsenal, he was Pep's right-hand man. Who gives a fuck? The guy, he's a manager, he's supposed to win games. If he's not doing that, sorry, goodbye. That's it. We're not Arsenal Manager University, we're Arsenal Football Club. We're not here to teach managers how to do job, we're not on the job training. We are Arsenal Football Club, and people need to realise that we have no loyalty to these managers. They're here to do a job. We're not here to help them. We're not the RSPCA.
Oh, Sam, always been brutally honest. Oh dear. God forbid what you'll be like tomorrow night in the chat, then when we get battered tomorrow by you.
Well, I can't really say anything different, can I? I mean, it's the same stuff again and again, isn't it?
Actually, think about it. You know what? Sum it up. Actually, I'd say maybe a shocker sort. I've said obviously he'll go for the youth team. Maybe he'll go for pretty much a full experienced team. Pep will go for the youth, and we'll still get battered.
Oh, how terrible would that be? How terrible would that be if they put out half a youth team?
Then what's the excuse?
I mean, if we can't beat half a youth team, then what can you do? I mean, Jesus.
Oh dear.
They'll find an excuse. Don't worry.
See, Gary, can I get into Arsenal Management University? I've sent my CV. Check it out. Thanks, Sam, for the good work for me, please. Thanks. Gary, you're enrolled, mate. You're enrolled. Send us your tuition fee, and you can start in January. You're ready to go, mate.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Oh, by the way, you're going to be our new set piece coach. That's what you're going to be, because we're.
Teach them how to defend a set piece for a start, let alone attack one. Oh my days!
Yeah, West Ham should have had a goal in this game. They just they keep messing up that final shot, final pass.
Who's been doing well for West Ham then? Which players have been playing well?
I think that Fornals has had a good chance. I think he's been decent.
Did I read on Twitter that they had a goal disallowed?
Yeah, Declan
Rice.
Was it the right decision, or was it the right decision?
Declan Rice was like half an arm offside. One of those ones.
Oh, okay. Well, it's technically offside then, isn't it? So
yeah.
You see, the thing is going on about VAR, right? The thing for me is, if you abandon VAR, right, we go back to how we used to have it.
Mm.
Don't you think? Because they play the replays anyway. That's what they always used to do before VAR. They'd always play the replays. Oh, was it offside? Was it not? Right? They always did that anyway. Don't you think if we go back to that and we see that there was a real offside there, and that was a goal when it should have been offside, when we know VAR would have disallowed it or cancelled it, do you think that would be accepted? I really can't see how that would be accepted.
No, yeah, Sam. The thing I have a problem with is not actual VAR. I think there's a couple of things. The officials, of course, which are sometimes they just get it clearly wrong on VAR, and then there's some of the rules are dog shit as well. Like
the handball is rubbish. I know. But I'm not talking about. I think you're misunderstanding my point. Yes, the referees are terrible. Yes, the people in the VAR room are terrible because they're referees as well. I get that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the concept in itself. The technology, the use of the technology in itself. If we scrap it and we go back to having nothing, and you get a situation, for example, that can actually happen where you're in a relegation battle, right? And a goal could mean you get relegated or not, and the goal is clearly offside, but it's given. But if we would have had VAR, it would have been disallowed, and the team would still, the game would still continue, and that team wouldn't be relegated. I mean, it's those situations where I think we would then probably say, well, I wish we had VAR back. That's what I'm thinking.
No, I agree. I don't think we can go back. Yeah, I think.
Exactly, John. I don't think we can go back. I don't think that's the answer. Just scrap it. I think we just need to figure out a way of making it better. Like, for example, we need to make at least the people in the VAR room, they need to be independent. They can't be active referees. They need to be independent and be able to realise that they can, make a different decision than what the referee made.
Yeah, like an independent body or whatever, right?
Yeah. Because right now we've got referees overlooking referees, and they're mates, of course. If they know one of their good friends has made a controversial decision, they're going to back him, aren't they? They're not going to go against him.
Well, even Vef Watch and Sky did after every match day.
Yeah,
Dermot Gallagher every time doubles down.
They're never wrong, are they? They're never wrong. They're never wrong.
Never a mistake. No matter what.
Yeah.
But Dermot, he shot him in the leg. No.
They could make a really good sketch out of that. They could make a really good sketch out of that. Where just someone shoots someone in the head. No, it's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Move on.
Move on. That's expected. That's part of the game.
Fucked up in Armour there.
I think until we, and like I said, until we get an independent body or the officials of way better standard, we're going to see stuff like that ridiculous Pickford challenge not getting even checked by VAR. Well, they checked it for offside, didn't they? Which is ridiculous in itself.
You might as well with some of the decisions they make, honestly. That I'll never understand. As long as I live, I'll never understand that penalty Bruno Fernandes got last season.
Or he stamped on the guy,
He falls backwards, stamping on a guy's leg and gets a penalty. I mean,
in this, was it yesterday? They were winning, was it 5-1 or something at the time? They still got a penalty.
Yeah,
it's just they've always got to get one. Yeah, you know why he got one, Sam. He had Bruno in his FPL team. That's why.
That's what he was. He's like, I need those extra points.
Oh, dear.
Oh God! Yeah.
That means we've got to check every guy in VAR for the FPL team. Who have you got in there?
Thing is,
on that game.
Sam, you say about having someone independent running the show. Would you trust this man to be an independent VAR?
Who's that? Oh, I love it. You saved that clip. Oh, I love it. Oh, Melvin running VAR. That would be different, wouldn't it? Oh, God, love the guy. Honestly, that was hilarious when he did that. That was so hilarious.
Oh, dear. Me and Gary and Melvin the other day chat sort of because I used it the other day when we scored against like Everton. Like, yeah, thank God we scored a goal. Boom, up we go. And it was the same, we used it. We're going to put it up at the end. That's what just fucking trying to cheer people up because we're fucking again another laugh. But here you go. Here's Melvin naked again. And Gary came up with the idea. You should edit that and basically like that, have the little like confetti going goal and things like that, a little bit of tunage and this that, and the other. So every time Arsenal score, that goes up, and there's just a Melvin confetti then.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
That's lit up my night.
Have you seen it before, John? Have you seen it before? No, wow, it's so funny. Funny, really is.
I'll send you the link to the actual stream, and you'll understand how that came about. Because
yeah,
just that clip doesn't actually give it any justice. It's actually fucking brilliant.
Yeah, it's good. It really was.
So I thought, why not? Hoping at a time when
I'm on this other podcast. No, sorry, I'm not. It's not the one I'm on. There's one I watch. The Same Old Arsenal podcast, but the American one, with the bearded goon, what's his name, Tanner, whatever, and all of that. And he has that animation, that Xhaka animation, where he's standing doing that, that animation. He puts that up to the people who hate Xhaka, He's so funny. Oh, so funny.
Fucking Werner is shit though.
Yeah. I tell you what, his finishing is piss poor. Him and Lacazette. Imagine this scenario, guys. Right? It's been a long day. Right? Out playing football with the guys, and at the end of the day, you've been out there for like 10 hours. You're dirty. You're cold. You're wet. You want to go home and have dinner. You're really hungry. And then before you get home, you have to have a competition between Timo Werner and Alexandre Lacazette on who can actually hit the goal from 10 yards. You're never going to get home. You're never going to get home. You're going to be out all night.
just ask Arteta for who's the highest percentage to hit the barn door.
Lacazette has 5.7% better chance if the wind is coming from the southeast.
That's the forever in joke. Arteta percentages now.
We'll use that Thursday for the podcast.
You could put if someone swapped that meme of like that person that's struggling to do math with all the equations, put Arteta there with
the Hangover, Alan.
Yeah.
Just sitting there like.
Yeah. Can I calculate how Bellerin's going to be completely out of place?
There's 99.9% chance of that happening.
Yeah. 99.9% probability rating. Yes, we like.
You're in it. You're in, Hector. And you've got the armband.
Oh, my God. My days.
Don't worry, guys. It's only a week and a half after the year.
Yeah. Don't worry.
It's every 2021.
It can't get any worse, can it?
Don't.
Only got a new super virus, that's all.
Oh, dear. Say it can't get any worse. We could be in relegation by New Year because that's it. Fulham played Southampton at Craven Cottage on Saturday before we played Chelsea. So literally, if they win against Southampton by some miracle themselves, they're a point behind us before we even play. And yeah. Oh, great.
The league from top to bottom is a lot more compact this season. It's bad. Like the wins take you up so many places, especially in the top half.
Well, but literally, apart from Arsenal and Sheffield United, everyone else is actually turned up this season in some respect.
Yeah,
and again, the consistency as well has been all over the place.
But if you look at the table now, the point of that, I mean, they're getting away from us. The top half is getting away from us.
Yeah, because we're just losing every game. We ain't getting a point. Oh, we got 1 point.
You look at Newcastle, we're 4 points ahead with a game in hand. I mean, Newcastle, for fuck's sake.
We've got them in the cup soon. We've got them in the FA Cup at home. So we could be out of the FA Cup on.
I'll tell you what, if we lose tomorrow and we lose against Newcastle in the FA Cup, Jesus H. Christ on a bike.
And if he's still here by then.
This is what I used to taunt Tottenham fans for having 40-game seasons. I used to say to Tottenham fans, "Shut up! You just had a 40-game season. That's pathetic, right? You got 38 league games, 1 game in the League Cup knocked out, 1 game in the FA Cup, knocked out. A 40-game season is pathetic." We could have that this year. We could have a 40-game season. Well, actually, technically, we won't because we have the Europa League. So, we won't. But if you don't count the Europa League, it's a 40-game season.
Yeah, you're in the quarters in the Carabao tomorrow, right? But you're probably going out. So,
I think it's even if by some miracle we put it off tomorrow.
It's true. I actually had another couple of games. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, sorry, I forgot that.
Yeah, but so literally, even if by some miracle Arteta and the team decide to turn up and pour some fucking miracle tomorrow, suddenly the board will be like, "Oh, see, things are turning around, guys."
Exactly, it's going to cover the cracks. They're just waiting for that.
For 2 days, for literally 3 days, and then back again on Saturday to get our asses whipped by Chelsea, and they will do it.
Because Chelsea are going to be up for it, right? They're going to be really up for it. They really are.
And Giroud's going to start, and he'll be even more pumped for it.
And Giroud will score because Giroud's good in the air. He's gonna score. Gabriel, I don't know. Is Gabriel back by then?
He'll be back. Yeah, he's back now. He had 1 game suspension.
Yeah. So he 2-0 to Chelsea. Who scored?
The useless lump up front, Tammy Abraham.
Yeah.
When you went for useless, I was thinking it could be many players.
It could be better as well.
No, but also, guess who's back after tomorrow? Guess who's back and will be in the 11 come Saturday? Our favourite player,
Xhaka.
Yeah.
Oh, not great.
Yeah, he's gonna be straight back in the squad, isn't he? Because Partey. What's going on with Partey? Do we know anything about his injury?
Well, obviously that Tottenham game made it worse. Whatever injury it was has made it worse.
I mean, they don't tell us anything, that fucking lot of wankers, honestly. I mean, we've got the worst medical team in the universe. And now Aubameyang's injured, by the way. Injured calf.
Yeah, injured calf after having fallen out with Arteta over Willian, yeah. Has a fight with Arteta saying Willian shouldn't be starting. Basically, Aubameyang saying Willian shouldn't be starting.
It's like Ozil's back, innit? Ozil's back injury.
And suddenly he's injured.
Ozil had a back injury for a long time, and then all of a sudden, he was left out of the squad completely. Oh, okay. Was that injury? No, it's not nothing to do with that. No.
Just don't like him anymore.
Did you just see that fluky goal, Ryan, where they missed it? They went perfectly to that striker.
Werner with the assist as well because of that. Yep.
Oh my God, who was that? Oh, 3-0.
Who scored, Werner?
Sammy just scored again.
Wow, he's actually managed to find the goal today.
That was a good finish, but I don't know who that was in front of goal, but that was a howler. He missed a header from like a yard out.
So West Ham obviously having a good day then.
Yeah, they're crumbling.
Oh dear, Soffan will be happy, won't he?
Oh my God! Yeah. I think there's a guy. It's your boy Dan as well as a West Ham fan. He won't be happy either. Or was that a save from Fabianski actually?
Flappy Hansky.
Yeah. I used to love that nickname for him. Yeah.
And look at Martinez doing bits at fucking West Ham. Honestly, it just pisses me off. It's all those decisions. Look how many poor decisions have been made by Arteta. You can just go through them all the way, right? Giving Xhaka a new chance. Giving Mustafi a contract. Louise a contract extension. Offering Mustafi a contract extension. He's actually turned it down.
That's when you know things are bad.
You know what these Arteta defenders do, the ADL, the Arteta Defence League, I like to call them. They just blame everything on the board. They're just like, the board did that. The board because
you can do something with them, can't you? Yeah. You just do something with the board. Yeah, look what Arteta did with Martinez. I mean, everyone could see he was the better goalkeeper, but nope, had to stick with Leno.
Yeah, you know what strikes me on Martinez? He strikes me as someone who's quite a strong character. He
very strong character.
It looks like he wants to win. I bet that rubbed Arteta the wrong way because he got his favourites, probably riled up his favourites. I mean, he had to get rid of them.
And again, apart from the Fulham game, every game this season we played shit, and obviously with Martinez not being there, maybe that's pissed off the players. And they're like, well.
Yeah.
I was just saying, players notice these things.
Yeah.
And it's just one bad decision after another, and then he's falling out with the players, and the way he treats different players differently. Guendouzi and Willian, he treats differently. And it's the players know this, they feel this, and it makes them. I just think it means I think the dressing room is a bit toxic at the moment. I really do.
Yeah, so he's not making it any better the way he's treating people, as you said, treating players. You touched on it earlier with the red card situation with Pepe and Jack and comparing and all that, and just that's not helping things either. And in the past, they forcing Partey to play with one leg after a week ago, saying nope, he's out till January. Then he's he's available for the North London derby.
Yeah, exactly. 3 days later.
But he's got to believe the fitness people. He's got to believe the fitness coaches.
And the thing is, that's a really good name, by the way, the ADL, the Arteta Defence League. I like that. It's a really good name. But you know what the ADL says, right? They use this, but they use this to defend Arteta now. That they must be brainless. They say, yeah, but Partey's out. He hasn't got Partey. Well, who the fuck's fault is that?
These are probably the same people that said under Emery was under pressure. He hasn't got Hector. He hasn't got Chambers. He hasn't got this. He hasn't got that. But he's got Aubameyang. He's got Lacazette.
But the thing with Partey, it's actually his fault we don't have Partey because he played him injured, for fuck's sake. I mean,
and maybe
what kind of twat uses that as an argument?
And because he played him, it made the injury worse to the point where when Tottenham attack, his hamstring, his injury got literally gone and he can't run. So he has to hop. He has to force himself to hop off. As soon as he's about to come off, Arteta turned around and said, "What the fuck are you doing?" and threw him back on the pitch. So it made it even worse. So he's put even more effort to hop back onto the pitch, and he collapsed. And then since then, we've heard nothing from the club if he's how long the injury's for.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Sam, but what's this guy's obsession with Eddie Nketiah? What the hell does this numpty see in Nketiah?
The thing is with Nketiah, right? He is actually a good player in the right system. He doesn't work in our system. He's a poacher. He's a player that you have to play inside the box. But we don't do that. We play a lot outside the box. We build up a lot. So he doesn't really suit us because we play a lot of hold-up play. So Nketiah doesn't suit our style. Balogun, on the other hand, suits us very well because he actually can do hold-up play, and he's a lot more intelligent with his runs and movement as well. You could see that. So I'd much rather be playing Balogun than Nketiah, that's for sure. But this is the thing with Arteta, is he has his favourites. He has like this, like I said to the American guys, it's like he's got a depth chart in each position. He'll say, this guy's number 1, this guy's number 2, this guy's number 3. And he just sticks to that no matter what. So in his head, he's got, and Nketiah is in front of Balogun no matter what happens. So, yeah. Nketiah works when you play inside the box and he's a poacher. He poaches goals, right? He gets the ball from the goalkeeper. He gets the ball from a defender. A rebound, a bounce. He gets the ball, scores. That's what he's good at. He's a poacher. And inside, little balls and dinks inside the box he gets to and scores. He's great. Anything outside of the box he can't really do. He can't really build up play. He can't hold up the ball. So he's a decent player. And you got to remember he's a top scorer now all time for the England under-21s, which is he beat Gary Lineker. You don't do that if you're not decent, to be honest. I mean, the under-21s for England, they're pretty good. So. But yeah, for Arsenal, I agree. He doesn't really work in our system, unfortunately. So I think to be honest, I think we should sell Nketiah. I think we should sell him, get some cash in on him, get some money for him, and spend that, towards maybe a creative midfielder or a winger. In my opinion, we need a right back, we need a right winger, and we need a creative midfielder. That's what we need.
You don't rate Long John Silver, do you?
We need someone who can actually. We need someone.
You've gone there now. That's it.
Yeah, Long John Silver. I tell you what, he's not good enough. He really isn't. He'll give you a little bit here and there, but he's not world class. We need a world class right winger who can tear up games.
He's very on and off, isn't he? Like one game after one in the top corner, and then the other one he just does nothing. He's invisible.
We need a right back who can actually do things decently. And we need a creative midfielder. We need someone who can come in and link up the attack with the midfield. And ideally, we need a forward as well. But I would love to see Balogun given a chance. I'd love to give Balogun a chance, see what he can do.
Yeah, realistically, realistically, optimistically, you sell Lacazette and Eddie, and then you bring in a third striker, right? That would be the ideal plan. Really.
Sell Lacazette, Eddie, have Balogun in, and also. Apparently, they're quite liking the look of this Nicholas Müller we've got. The Swedish kid.
We got from the summer, yeah.
He's the biggest Swedish talent. Apparently, we managed to get hold of, and apparently they say he looks like the new Ibrahimovic. That's what they're saying. All the Swedish coaches and everything. So, he's 6'4". He's 18 years old, 6'4", built like a brick shit house, got pace. And he's quite good with his feet as well, apparently. So,
well, you better hope you get rid of Arteta because you'll never be played under him.
No, as I'm saying, but he's been brought into. The thing is, he's actually been brought into the first team squad to train, though, which is a good sign. It shows you that they see something in him. That he's training with the first team squad, but with Arteta, he's not going to get to play. No way he's going to get to play. I'd love to see him given a chance in like a. I don't know, going forward in if we play a bad team in the FA Cup or something like that. I'd love to come off the bench or something for 15 minutes just to see what he looks like,
Ironically, all these players we just mentioned, obviously, was it 4-0?
Werner just hit the bar. Still can't finish.
Did Werner just hit the bar? He still can't score. Who scored the fourth goal?
Well, no, that would have been the fourth. That would have been.
So he didn't score the fourth. Right, okay, right.
No, that's why not another one.
Yeah, another one.
That guy, I watched 2 games recently with Chelsea. I can't remember which ones they were, but they were a little while ago, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing with Werner. The guy he was missing sitters left, right, and centre.
Yeah,
that could be any game, to be honest, that he played.
He does it every week, this man.
Yep.
He misses at least 1 or 2 sitters a game.
Yeah,
he must have gone to the Lacazette school of finishing.
Yeah.
It's something that makes Lacazette look good. Let's say, I'm about to see it now. Yeah. Pulls his foot for it off the crossbar. Oh, dear.
My favourite player. I wanted him to be so. I mean, he looks so good. With all the stuff you saw him do at Lille, he was awesome. And this is another discussion. I think we don't have to have now, but it's an interesting discussion. Is that the Premier League seems to be so much different to the French League and the Bundesliga, right? I mean, you see these. Look at Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz was like Maradona in the fucking Bundesliga. He was a one-man team.
Yeah, it comes in.
Right? And he comes to Chelsea and he scored, was it 1 goal or something?
1 goal in how many games?
And I think he's got 1 assist and 1 goal or something like that. But he's just playing terribly. And even Rory, the Chelsea fan on the kickoff, even he's saying that Kai Havertz looks like a flop. He really needs to start showing that he can do something, because good players at that level, you can't flop like that. Even when you go into a new league, you're playing football, right? You can't make so many mistakes.
Yeah, when it's such a big investment as well, like you can't have too much time on them because you'll lose your investment, right? You got to try and quickly as much as you can.
And it's about doing the basics as well, right? That's the thing. But that's the thing that annoyed me so much with Pepe is, yes, I understand you go into a new league, you need to adjust, but you don't lose the basics. Like you fucking don't. All of a sudden, he stopped dribbling. You can't dribble anymore. He was dribbling 4 or 5 players a game for Lille. When he comes here, and he can't dribble anyone. He can't dribble a fucking Sheffield United player. I mean, it's it's just like he lost all the basics.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you're gonna be happy for FPL though, Ryan, because I think Thiago Silva got man of the match. I think.
Yay!
He's probably gonna get all the bonus points then.
Here's a consolation. There you go. Oh dear.
My FPL was terrible this week.
I've had a decent week at 61 right now without bonus.
61. Let me have a look. I think I ended up on 40 or 50 something. I don't know.
I was 75 last time I checked.
Yeah, I had quite a few players, but I had Wolves players and they flopped. So.
I really shit the bed this week. Yeah, 52 points.
Yeah, I got 75. I got 3 for McCarthy, 2 for Walker Peters, 1 for Chilwell, 12 for Thiago Silva tonight, 2 for Son, 9 for Mane, 2 for Bowen, 10 for Grealish, 12 for Vardy, 18 for Wilson, and 4 for Calvert-Lewin.
Right. Yeah, I had Kane and Son in there they fucked up big time.
Yeah, I had Son captain. So that's what screwed me.
Yeah, I had Son captain as well. I thought he was going to do bits.
I got Wilson as captain. I forgot to change captains, but thankfully it benefited me this week.
And then two of my defenders ended up with 0 points. Konsa and Lamptey. Konsa ended up with nil 0 points.
Jeez.
Yeah, what was I going to say, Ryan? I wish I actually kept my name and forgot my captain again, because my captain last week was Bruno, and he got 17 points. I would have had like 80 points this week.
Just on him alone, yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That Man United game was insane, though.
Yeah, that's a weird one. But every shot Man United had was basically going in.
Yeah, as people have said, Leeds were so naive. Well, full time, 3-0 Chelsea.
There we go. 3 points for Chelsea. They are 3rd now.
Yeah, I imagine.
Chelsea are 5th.
5th.
Is that updated? Is that updated though?
Yes, that's updated. 5th.
Okay, that means Tottenham must be 6th then, or 7th.
Tottenham are 6th.
Yep.
And looking at Man United with a game. This is why Ole's not getting sacked. He's actually doing quite well now.
Oh, right.
Man United are 3rd with a game in hand. If they have that, they win that game in hand, which is against Burnley, by the way. That is they go past Leicester into 2nd.
Yeah, they're 2 points behind us. Yeah.
Okay.
And at the bottom where we are, folks. So Burnley, they have that game in hand against United, so they probably won't win that one. But
for once, please United, please.
So we got at the bottom. Looking at us, we're 16, no 15. Sorry, 14 points. Burnley with a game in hand of 13. Brighton are 12, and Brighton are 17th. So Brighton are only 2 points behind us, and they're 17th.
Yep.
And then you've got the top relegation spot, which is 18th.
Mm-hmm.
Fulham, they're on 10 points. They're only 4 points behind us.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If they were to get a win against Southampton on Saturday, that would be a point off us before we even kick a ball.
Exactly.
Yeah, our Arsenal close to relegation zone is an absolute shambles.
Well, that is, you see, when it's a result, again, when this is a results-based business, that in itself, the position we are in already by Christmas, for me, is, it's why isn't this guy getting the sack? How is being 15th by Christmas good enough?
4 points off on them.
It just isn't. It just isn't good enough at all.
Well, according to Edu, he's doing a fantastic job, so we know nothing.
Shall I tell you what? Edu is no longer called Edu. He's called Comical Ali. Okay, he's called Comical Ali. That's his new name. And I think everyone knows who Comical Ali is. If not, Google him. Okay.
Oh God.
Because that is Edu, literally.
He's a fraud you Gaspar, more like.
Jesus Christ, what a state we're in, eh?
Oh God.
Chelsea, they've got some team. If they gel, they're gonna be a force to reckon with if they gel.
That's the thing. That's the thing with this season. Like, what the hell are we to expect? Because I think any of the top teams can drop points, so they're gonna be close. We're gonna be close to each other till the end, I think. So
Liverpool turned it on now, haven't they? It looks like they've really turned it on.
Yeah. It's that was great to see. Not gonna lie. After that Fulham performance, which was quite irritating to say the least. From not turning up at all to everybody turning up. It makes no sense.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. No, it's been up and down a lot this season, but you guys seem to be stabilising a bit now.
Yeah, suddenly,
Even with your injuries and everything, you seem to be figuring it out.
Yeah,
and again, that's what a good manager does.
Exactly, Klopp doing miracles.
That's Klopp realising how to use the players in the best way possible, right? So wow, a manager doing what he should be doing.
Yeah, but how does that feel?
Yeah.
Oh, doing so long since we had a manager like that. But the thing is, that's the thing. He started off like he was going to do that, and then suddenly this summer, he just obviously sold Martinez and he's just threw everything out the window. Like, what was he thinking?
He imploded. Yeah. Is there any merit into what people say that when they gave him too much control, it's gone to his head, and now he's just become a mess.
I just think it's just a matter of him not being good enough. You're not having the experience.
Yeah, he's just been found out. Yeah, over time. Yeah.
And another thing, right, we've got to start thinking about. I mean, this just scares the hell out of me, is because now if we go past Christmas or into January and we're still down very close to relegation, I mean, just a few points off or whatever, what's going to start happening, right? What's going to start happening is every team that plays us, they're going to be giving it their 110% to beat us because it's going to be everyone's target to relegate Arsenal.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's going to really go in for relegating Arsenal because it'll be the biggest upset in sport, in football for many, many years. It really will be. Because even with Leeds, right? Even with Leeds, that big club, you could sort of see it coming because they had to sell off all their players. They had to sell off all their assets because they were nearly bankrupt. They'd busted themselves financially. So they had to sell Rio Ferdinand and Harry Kewell and all their best players. They had to sell them just to pay off the creditors, just to pay off the debts. They left them with a rubbish team and no heart and everything. And then they basically went down. Even though we're a big club, you could sort of see it coming because of the financial situation they're in. Arsenal are not in a bad financial situation.
Okay.
we are not in a bad situation apart from the team we've got is not performing, but the manager and a board and a football director that just don't have a clue what they're doing. That's the situation we're in, and for us to go down, if we actually went down this season, it would have to be arguably one of the biggest football sensations, negative sensations, upsets in modern history.
Exactly.
In modern history.
Yeah, I was going to say that the Arsenal getting relegated is more shocking than Leicester winning the title.
Oh, definitely. Because Arsenal, as Cheddars has just piped in here now, Arsenal have technically never been relegated because when they expanded the league system in 1919, is basically, I was reading about it. They expanded the league system in 1919 to include more leagues and more teams. And what happened was we were in the second division then, the old second division, when they made expanded the first division, and we were in the old second division because we were actually, as Woolwich Arsenal, the team we were before we became Arsenal, we had been relegated back in like 1912 or something like that. But that was before they rechanged the league system to the first division, second division, and everything. And so they opened up. Was it one or two? I think it was one more spot or two more spots. And what it was Arsenal were actually in the old. That was then they then became the second division. Arsenal were actually the fifth best team, but they got the spot because they basically gave a backhander, and the guy, something Norris, his name was a part of the FA and a part of the system. Who was also a part of the Arsenal administration. He gave some backhanders, and we got into that last spot ahead of four other teams. And there was a lot of controversy back then when that happened. But yeah, so we got that last spot in the first division. But that happened in 1919, and then we changed our name to Arsenal FC, basically we've never been relegated since then, since that time. So. It's a terrible situation we're in. I personally don't think we'll be relegated. I think we'll manage to scrape by. I don't think we're gonna. I think we're gonna be lucky if we're gonna see the top half. To be honest, like 10th or 9th. I don't think we're even gonna see that.
The longer Arteta's in, the more likely it's gonna happen that we will.
Yes, exactly. It depends on how quickly Arteta goes. If Arteta goes quickly and we get in a decent manager, hopefully get a decent manager, I think we can salvage something, and that means maybe 10th or something like that, mid-table if we're lucky. But if Arteta stays in the job, it's just going to be a deeper and deeper hole to get us out of, right? It's going to be more and more difficult, and whoever comes in is going to be really, really difficult. We're going to be in a relegation fight, but I can't see us being relegated. I just can't see that happening, even though right now we are close. It's just we've got to be able to pull ourselves out, so at least go clear of relegation. We could end up, 12th, 11th, 12th, 13th? That could probably happen. I mean, we finished 12th with Graham in his last season, George Graham in his last season. Yeah. So, it could happen. But listen, it's far from what we want, isn't it? It's an absolute travesty what's happening at the moment.
Yeah, like you said, Sam, I think it's all dependent on how long you keep Arteta for. Yeah, if you keep for the whole season, I think you'll scrape survival just about.
They'll still keep. The thing is, that's the case. They'll still keep him. Like, we survived. Let's do it again. Let's flirt again. I mean, Leeds.
Exactly, right?
Well, we touched on Leeds before. Obviously, there are different implications to Leeds and the best players and all that. But after they fell out the Champions League that one season, obviously they flirted the following season. Sending a few players, they flirted that season. Then the second season, they were gone. And 16 years later, they're back. That could happen again. It quite easily happen to us.
Exactly. You go down to the Championship, there's no guarantee you're coming back up because there's so many tough teams that just give so much, right? I mean, you're going to difficult away games, and it's just so hard. The pitches are not very good, and I mean it's a whole different ball game, isn't it, down there? It really is. And you've got those two top spots that guarantee you promotion, right? You've got to get one of those two top spots, and if you don't, you're in a playoff battle. You never know what's going to happen. That's a playoff, right? You got to win your playoff game, and then you got to go to Wembley and win the playoff final. There's no guarantee you're going to win the playoff final,
I don't know.
Arteta's good in the cups, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh my god.
That'd be
It's another day at Wembley. It's another day at Wembley. It's the playoff cup final, but it's Wembley.
He can add another trophy to his community shield that he counts.
Oh my god!
He did call it a trophy, didn't he? Was that in his latest press conference? I think.
So does Mourinho calls it a trophy as well. So let's not go with that one. Idiot.
Yeah, but you saw Mourinho. Apparently, the better team won. The better team lost. So.
Oh yeah.
Mourinho is another guy who has a weird view of reality, but he does it. He does it because he knows what he's doing. Now that's the thing,
exactly.
right? He knows how to deflect negative stuff. He knows how to put that aside, and he'll tell you his way, and that will get focus, and that way everyone gets to live. Gets to move on to another day, right? He knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah, whereas Mikel has not a fucking day over. And we'll be back in 24 hours saying the exact same thing after you get done back with
Just about fast forward to tomorrow. Why is Bellerin? Why is Willian in the team again?
Trust the process. Trust the process. Apparently, the process means we have to have a season in the championship, but trust the process. Trust it.
Oh my god!
Can you imagine? It's like he's like, Thomas Partey, please stay with us in the championship. We'll be right back up.
Yeah.
Got to run you out for a season.
Bloody hell.
Oh,
that's just scary. That's just scary. That is.
Sorry, but yeah, we've got to sell you to Man United or Man City now.
You go to the championship. You got to play away games. You're going to Wickham. You're going to Luton. Luton, where DT lives, for fuck's sake.
Or Stoke. Don't forget Stoke.
Oh yeah, Stoke, where all our legs are going to be broken.
Yeah. but we know Arsenal couldn't do it in the Premier League, but can they do it in a cold Brady night in Stoke?
Oh, yeah, cold night Stoke, exactly. And Millwall, fucking hell, Millwall, that's going to be horrible. Millwall. Everyone's going to get beaten up and spat on.
Racially abused.
Stabbed and racially abused.
Turns to be thrown at use as weapons.
Oh god.
Dear.
Brownie's going to love it. We're going to go to Cardiff. He's going to love that.
Oh god.
Oh no. He'll be gloating on that Watchalong. Oh, look at you lads down here with me now.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know what would be so fucking typical, right? You know what would be so fucking typical? We go to the championship. One of the first games of the season is away at Cardiff. We have a watch-along. Brownie's on, and we lose. We lose to Cardiff away, and he's on here. Imagine that. I would just fucking quit YouTube then. I wouldn't fucking bother, honestly.
Channel will be shut down. Done now. Bye. Enjoy the rest of the season. I'm done.
God.
I'm out.
Yeah, Brownie was having a go at me saying, "Who's this kid you loaned Cardiff? You can have him back." I said, "You can have him for $1 million."
Oh dear. Oh, fucking hell. But yeah. Cheers, guys. I'm going to wrap things up, obviously. What's it? Just gone 10.
Is it bedtime now? Is it bedtime?
No, not yet.
Night.
Night.
I just know I've got to be back in 24 hours saying the same thing about Arteta again, so yay.
Yeah. True, got to conserve your energy.
But at least I have Gary and Melvin to keep the company. And the guys.
Yeah, that's true. Melvin can keep his shirt on.
Yeah, there'll be many fireworks tomorrow. Yeah.
What are you on about? He always keeps his shirt on, don't you know? I'm going to warn you up so much about this. Oh dear. But yeah, John, where can people find you?
Well, I say you could find me at Rivernet Space FC, but I don't know if I'm the same guy apparently. So, I might have to make another channel for my body double that's appeared today. Yeah, you can find me at Revenite Space FC. I've not been very active there lately, but hope to be active there soon again. And you can find me at T-Revenite on Twitter. But yeah, thanks for having me, Ryan.
No problem. And goes off his eyes again.
Yeah. You won't forget it. That's burnt on your retina now. You're never gonna. It's never gonna go. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. You see Melvin.
You'll be counting shirtless Melvin jumping over a fence when you sleep.
Oh God. Sam, what about yourself?
You can find me in the bottom of a fucking ditch somewhere. I'll tell you, that's where you can find me. And apart from that,
you can find him in the bottom in the bathroom in the Midlands again.
fucking bottom of a ditch somewhere with a bottle of vodka in my hand, fucking died of fucking alcohol poisoning. That would be me.
He's saying trust the process.
Trust the process. Trust the process. And we killed ourselves. It's the Waco process. Everyone kills themselves. Anyway, so I've actually got a YouTube channel. Not that I use it very much, so I don't know why the fuck I have it. But it's called Sour Cream with TV. Every so often I do something there. I do a late chat or a quiz or something. Don't do much on there really. So don't really know why I have it. But if you go check it out, it'd be good, and subscribe. It always helps. Appreciate that. And apart from that, I'm on these other guys' channels doing watch-alongs and previews and reviews and talking crap about Arsenal, really. So that's about it. So yeah, but thanks for having me on again. I popped in. It was good fun, and not looking forward to tomorrow, but it's onwards and upwards, isn't it? That's what we try to do anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, as you guys know, I've already set the stream up. Go and smash the like button now for that, and obviously set the reminders you don't miss that. Well, as I said, I've got Melvin and Gary joining me for that tomorrow. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. At least it's not a league game. It's a League Cup game, but it's not a league game.
Yeah.
So we're going to lose. We're going to lose anyway. So, but it's definitely another excuse of Arteta. I wonder what percentage is going to be. What percentage chance of winning tomorrow is?
we had a 22.47% chance of winning.
That's with Uber.
That's with Uber. Oh, we don't have him. Oh, sorry, that is 1.72. It's better in playing. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, that is 0.21.
Oh dear, and Gabriel's back as well. Assuming he'll play.
Oh, that is 1.72 then. Back up to 1.72.
Yes.
It's like Dumb and Dumber. Remember Dumb and Dumber? You seen Dumb and Dumber? So what's the chance of me and you being together? Oh, like 1 in a million. Oh, so there is a chance.
The things Arteta will do to get some extra win percentage. You push Party onto the pitch in a wheelchair.
Yeah, bring him on in a wheelchair. Go on, son. Go on, son.
Go on, run De Bruyne over with your wheelchair.
And he'll just roll, just flop out of the wheelchair in the penalty box, and he'll get a penalty. Yay!
What's the wheelchair? Oh, just a wheelchair. Fuck. Yeah, you threw me out. Oh my God. Dear, you don't laugh, you cry. That's the gist of it, though. In our situation here down at Arsenal in London, everywhere in the fucking world, I can't be arsed anymore. Just it is what it is.
Yes.
Got 3 more watchalongs to do this year, and it's fucking start again. Hey, but yeah, as I said, literally set up that's once all set up. So you got to give that turn the bell on as well. So you literally, as soon as I go live, you'll get us literally as we start, so you don't miss a second. Trying to think now. Wednesday, may do a watch along for the next. It depends what mood I'm in. The way of day off, I don't know. Thursday, maybe doing a podcast. I'm not sure. I need to find who's interested, who's available, what time, and all that. Once I know, I'll let you know. Guys know tomorrow. And then Christmas Day is obviously nothing's going to happen in this channel at all. And then back again on Boxing Day for another fucking Arsenal game. I guarantee Arteta won't be again. Arteta will still be here, so that'll be even more reason to be cheerful. Eh?
Merry Christmas, Arsenal.
Until then, guys, if you're new to the channel and you like obviously Arsenal fans having a meltdown and Arsenal Watchalongs or doing these neutral Watchalongs himself, do come along to subscribe and do hit that like button. And as always, oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying it, but up the Arsenal.